completion at the bounty posting sites at Matriarch's mercy.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Standing by to simplify. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I'm down in case you haven't noticed.
Hey, got a distraction for you. Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Appreciation of that song was considered a probabilistic certainty.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Hard to recall. Here's an easy acronym.
She sounds pleasant.
Don't wait for later. You've crossed your T's. Dotted your I's. The only thing that's left is
I'm here at the behest of the exalted leader. You betrayed the glorious dawn.
elucidate and demonstrate. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Hey, you! Let me out of here!
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Asa. You are?
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant information.
No need for such false modesty. If you hadn't come along, I may have been done for. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with uranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves.
Ridiculous. The rift's existence is an anomaly, nothing more. Their existence begs for correction.
I see no need to respond to such heresy. You are obviously ill-informed. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price, though maybe with more disemboweling. I could use your help there, and I'm sure my particular talents could be of service to you. If you'd deign to take me on, of course. Nothing that will live to regret, but it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
If you're sure, Commander. But I'd watch myself around this one.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors.
Dissertations. In a universe of lonely nights, we have an internet collaboration. I can count on you, you can count on me. Geometric harmony, when our theories are challenged. When we stare down peer review, you can count on me, and I can count on you.
So, you decided the crew needed another cutthroat, did you? I don't mean to criticize the faults in your logic, but you realize Asa is a completely inefficient killer, yes?
Space on our primary band. This is Grand Plan Wireless. The informed, sourced,
Well, do admit I've always wanted an understudy. Someone to pass on my vast knowledge of calculated murder and mayhem. But Asa? I'm uncertain she's the right choice to inherit it. However, perhaps you see something I yet haven't, and I should keep looking. I'll need to ponder this further.
tasked with harnessing mysterious.
May all our...
We've lost contact with facility personnel and thusly fear the worst. Cultist trespassers could never comprehend the fundamental forces at work in this lab, which might only render these zealots all the more unpredictable and dangersome. Unfortunately, given the current state of Golden Ridge infrastructure, we cannot verify the N-ray ranger's status without crossing through or over our
Not my first ventilation shaft, nor my last.
a perilous trek even under the best of circumstances. Stay cautious out there, fellow Ascendants.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Continuing as predetermined. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Yeah.
Discovered by and named Pythagorean. No ratio of 2 numbers or fractional. These numbers that we henceforth call irrational. Can you give me an example that is true? Of course. The number when you square the root of 2. Explain. An isosceles right triangle. The smaller sides are measured both as 1. The length of the longest side then cannot fully be expressed by anyone. Irrational, 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 irrational.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Weapon primed!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Numbers you can name us. Are there any numbers
Target Anna. back and scan. I will restore my life or avenge my death. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
To die.
These numbers are so monumental. They're also monumental.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Questions, questions, questions. Today we have 3 questions for our youth-adjacent layperson liaison, Vicar Magsaisai, in this installment of Ask a Vicar. First up in our trilogy of queries, I am currently working as a statistical analyzer, but I feel I've missed my calling as an analytical statistician. How might I switch careers?
I receive such queries regularly. Based on a method known as merged spline interpolation, one solution would be to engage in both professions. Just be careful to avoid Runge's phenomenon of convergent oscillation. But of course, you already know how to solve such a simple polynomial degeneracy. Good luck. Lost speed.
Second query, should I have another offspring? I already have 2 of them.
Your answer requires more elaborate mathematics than I can perform in the moment, but here's a general calculation based on the desired procreation rate of 2.3 offspring per couple. Calculate the sum of the children in the first 5 couples that live to your left, and add to it the sum of the children in the first 5 couples that live to your right. If this total sum is less than 23, you should have another child. If the sum is greater than 23, you should not have another child. If the sum is exactly 23, you should move to a new neighborhood and repeat the experiment. Next query.
Final question for the vicar. Do these pantaloons make my posterior look overly substantial?
No, those pantaloons do not appear as a term in the antecedent of that statement. Instead, pantaloons are leading to the validity of that assertion. Thank you for listening.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
You've gathered your data through observation. You're looking for variables with correlation. You've noticed a pattern, a pattern, a pattern.
Resorting to violence. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. I will restore my life or avenge my death. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Samantha. Come back and scan.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Begun experimentation, and as such your vocation. When the looks back, you'll get a sensation. Every academic knows it. It's numeric fixation. It is numeric fixation. It is numeric fixation.
Fortification in progress. Locking them down. Recharge the mayhem. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Restore my life or avenge my death. Patient. Still recharging.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
And now, constructual design yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. A statistically significant number of scientists agree. Vinculum flavored drops are qualitatively advantageous. Help your food taste better together with Vinculum from the Order of the Ascendant. Always remember, every moment, every minute calculation brings us closer to solving the universal equation. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Proceeding to attack. Unready.
That's nice. Wine. This might sting. A lot.
Fortificator at ready status. Target mitigating the threat.
Taking the fight out of them. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Negative. Recharge incomplete. Killing an ally. Unorthodox at best.
This melodious little ditty was dedicated to novice Gertrude Power. Your nominate admirers taking great interest in your figure work and projections.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never do.
Function f to the n equaling our starting zen. Function fn minus 1 plus the fn minus 2. In all cases that we know, starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start this cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation. Get us.
You know what surprised me the most? The sound an eyeball makes when it pops. I had no idea until that one time
Enough, dear. I may be out of practice with interpersonal relationships, but I see through your act. It's obvious you're trying to get a rise out of me.
You're right. I do tend to push things. I guess I can be a little embarrassed about how I act. Sometimes that's all I can do to keep from killing anyone I can get my hand.
Gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares to perfect quotient. 0, 1, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34. We're counting through.
Get my hands on. I don't want people to think there's something wrong with me, so I hide my rage behind humor.
All right, then. Whatever you need to diffuse your rage so you're not, you know...
It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abasi. The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth. It's Fibonacci.
violently attacking your teammates. I'll just, keep an even closer watch on you from now on.
Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. Preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation. Get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abasi.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. For those of you away in the field or heads down in research during our last shared learning symposium, we offer the following rescreening of Vicar Magsaysay's presentation.
Welcome to Zeranium and You, a brief accounting of this crucial material. Though minute amounts were first discovered in the Beta Draconis system, Zeranium wasn't found in significant quantities until the terraforming of Cloister and Eden, since it's become the principal power source for all recognized inhabitants of the system. But it's not without its dangers, and lower risk, efficient utilization took time. Ziranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it is toxic to organic material. But in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not fully safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle ziranium crystals on your nutrient bars, but they won't kill you on immediate contact. Certainly more harvestable in our ziranium manufactory. Imagine years of jeopardous methodological experiments with extraction, refinement, and processing, from the harvesting of liquid ziranium to grinding of crystals for higher yields. Now, ziranium powers everything from laboratories and outposts to craft and weaponry comparatively safely and at a greater input to output ratio than any other known form of fuel. End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." That apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is now for a new song.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally. I'll just peek. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him. Almost.